This is the brand new Vanderpump Hotel in Las Vegas. It used to be the Cromwell and now it's been transformed into the Vanderpump Hotel, and I actually stayed here 2 days before the grand opening, so this was basically as new as it gets. But I wanted to see if this is really a new luxury hotel or just the Cromwell with purple lights. And immediately this place does look different. The Cromwell used to have a lot of red, dark, old Vegas colors, and now everything is purple, gold, and very Lisa Vanderpump. And when I say Lisa Vanderpump, I mean she is everywhere. Her photos are all over the hotel. Her dogs are all over the hotel, and there's even a new bar and lounge called Gigolo, named after her late dog, Jiggy. There is a huge statue of the dog inside the bar, dog accents everywhere, and even the souvenir store sells items with his picture on them. I have to say, she gets extra points from me for the dogs. I love dogs, so honestly, this is manipulation, and it's working. Check-in is at 4 p.m., but my room was already ready at 2, which was a nice surprise. The casino itself is not very large. This is still a boutique hotel, so don't expect a giant Vegas casino. The sportsbook here is very small. There's a bar in the middle of the casino, and overall the hotel feels much smaller and more intimate than the mega resorts on the strip. But it also feels more elegant than it used to. For dining, there is not a lot here. There is only one real restaurant inside the hotel, and that is Giada, which is an Italian restaurant by the celebrity chef Giada De Laurentiis. The other option is Starbucks. Giada now serves brunch from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., so I decided to try it. Dinner, by the way, starts at 4:30. This is a beautiful restaurant, very well designed, and it has an amazing view of the Las Vegas Strip. I recommend asking to be seated by the window. This is their current brunch menu. It is not a large menu compared to their dinner menu. I started with a mocktail, and it was very tasty and refreshing. Then I had the arugula salad. The server put a ton of black pepper on my salad because I got distracted by the gigantic pepper grinder and forgot to tell him to stop. But it was okay. I have to say, I was surprised. I'm not even a salad person, but this was actually very flavorful. The dressing was very good. For my main dish, I ordered the cavatelli. It was very creamy, it had shrimp. The pasta was cooked al dente, and the sauce was delicious. I really liked this dish, but the shrimp was a little undercooked for my taste. For dessert, I had the tiramisu, and it was excellent. Not overly sweet, very balanced, and honestly, probably my favorite part of the meal. My total was $82 before tip, so yes, this is definitely pricey, but the food was delicious and the service was excellent. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Now let's go check out the room. For this stay, I paid $196 total after resort fees and taxes, which honestly is not bad for a brand new hotel in this location. I stayed on the 6th floor in a 2-queen room. This room is about 360 square feet, so it's not large. This is a boutique hotel with only 188 rooms, so the rooms are on the smaller side. But the design is beautiful. There are purple accents, lots of mirrors, there's a chandelier, and everything looks new. I think this is a big improvement from the old Cromwell rooms that were very dark and dated. The rooms are still kind of dark, but because of the color choices, they feel lighter and softer than before. There is a 55-inch TV, and they give you vodka and wine and snacks available to purchase. Of course, everything is very expensive. They provide a coffee maker, complimentary water bottles, coffee, and even tea. And under the TV, there's a stocked mini bar with the usual overpriced items. But there is no empty fridge in the room, and there is no room in the minibar for your own personal items. There's a little makeup area with a mirror and an armoire with hangers, slippers, and a robe with the Vanderpump logo. And a brand new blow dryer and a steamer. Even the luggage rack is silver to match the room decor. There are also lots of pictures of dogs and Lisa Vanderpump. And then there's a creepy picture of her face in this nightstand. I don't know why it's there, but it's there. There is technically a balcony, but you cannot open the door. My view was not amazing, but I could see some of the strip. The bathroom is small, and this is where things start to feel less new. To me, the bathroom looks almost exactly like it did when it was the Cromwell. The only difference is the dog picture. They provide mini soap and body lotion with Vanderpump branding, of course, and there's a small window in the toilet area that can be opened, and it overlooks the balcony. The shower also looks like it did before. There's a mirror in the shower if you want to look at yourself while taking a shower. It does have a bench, which is nice, but it has a rainfall shower head, and I personally do not like rainfall shower heads. There is no handheld shower head, and if you want to adjust the shower head, it is way up there. The only way to reach it is basically to stand on the bench, which is not very comfortable. They also provide community bath products. Overall, I think the room is very nice, but the style is very girly, so I don't know if everyone is going to like it. Since this is a new hotel, I didn't really feel like I needed to do a full blacklight test, but of course, I still checked a few things. I tested the bathroom and I did find one little area by the toilet that looked like they missed it. It was dirty and there was also a little bit of water damage. Then I checked the mattress because I wanted to know if they were using new mattresses or just recycling the old Cromwell ones. And I'm happy to say the mattress was new. It also felt very comfortable. Now let's go upstairs because this might be one of the best parts of the hotel. The pool area is on the roof and the views of the Las Vegas Strip are incredible. This used to be Dre's Beach Club, but it's no longer a day club. The vibe is now much more chill. The pool area itself does not look like it changed much. It still has the red day beds from when it was a day club. So this part still feels more Cromwell than Vanderpump. They have very nice cabanas that you can rent, but the views are amazing. Honestly, this might be one of the best rooftop pool views in this part of the strip. Dre's nightclub is now back in the basement of the hotel. There is also a very small fitness center, but it's open 24 hours a day. There is also a souvenir and essentials store where you can get all of your overpriced essentials. Love the giant dog that is promoting the hotel on the strip right now. And it's also crossing the top of the hotel. So overall, what do I think? I really like the design of the hotel. It feels more elegant, more fun, and much more memorable than the Cromwell did. But this is still a small boutique hotel. There are not many food options, the casino is small, the rooms are small, and the bathroom still feels like it belongs to the old Cromwell. So now let's rate the new Vanderpump Hotel. First up, location. This is a great center strip location, right by Caesars, Flamingo, Bellagio, and Paris. So for location, I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. As for amenities and food, Giada was very good, the rooftop pool is incredible, and the new lounge is beautiful. There is a nightclub, there is no day club anymore. Because of the great location, there are lots of food options around the hotel, but not many food options inside. So based on that alone, I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. Next is room quality. The room is beautiful, the design feels new, the mattress was very comfortable, and I love the purple accents and all the little details. But the room is small, there is no personal fridge, and the bathroom still feels like the old Cromwell. So for room quality, I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 stars. As for cleanliness, the room was very clean because it was new, and I was happy to see that the mattress also looked new and not recycled from the old Cromwell rooms. I did find one tiny area by the toilet that looked like it was missed when they were renovating, so I can't give it a perfect score, but overall the room was very clean. Let's hope the rooms stay clean. So for cleanliness, I'm giving it 4.8 out of 5 stars. As for value, I paid $196 total after resort fees and taxes. And for a brand new boutique hotel in the center of the strip, I actually think that's pretty fair. So for this category, I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. So my overall score for the Vanderpump Hotel is 4.3 out of 5 stars. I think it's a big improvement from the Cromwell, especially if you love glam design, boutique hotels, and dogs everywhere. For me, I liked it more than I expected and I would stay here again, but I still wish they had changed the bathroom. So what do you guys think? Do you like the new Vanderpump Hotel? Would you like to stay here? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.